Hey guys, it's Amber.
Hey, and Heather.
All right, it's time for us to get into our podcast today. And
Woo.
if you listen to us on the last podcast, we just chatted about COVID and what happened to us during the COVID shutdown. And we had chatted a little bit about, or we mentioned a little bit about nutrition, and we wanted to expand on that a little bit in this podcast.
We like food.
Yes, we like food, and we also like to coach people on how to properly eat.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of bad information out there.
So bad.
So do not
So
listen
bad.
to the crazies.
Don't.
So when it comes to nutrition, and specifically I had said during COVID, a lot of people were not eating properly, even though time is a problem. Everybody says, oh, I don't have time to cook. I don't like to cook. I don't have time to eat healthy. And when we had the time, it wasn't happening.
No.
So let's talk about how nutrition can actually change your immune system, which we want to strengthen our immune systems for sure. And so many times people think about nutrition in the terms of a diet. And we're not going to talk about that today.
We don't talk about the big D.
Nope.
No.
Instead, we are going to talk more about how to make it work for you to increase your energy and to help you actually feel great, because that's what food is for.
Yes.
It is. We need to eat it. It's made for us to consume and to fuel our bodies and to help increase our health. So there are a couple of things that you can look at and focus on whenever you are trying to get your nutrition into a good place. So if we stop looking at, I want to eat this diet to lose weight, and instead look at how it can improve our health, we're going to help you with that today. So I have some really basic things that I teach everyone.
Basic. But you know why? Because it's easy.
It is easy, and it's something that all of us can do, and we can do it for the long term. If you can't do it for the long term,
then don't be doing it.
Don't do it. I mean, you're not, whatever results you get from something like that is not something you can do forever, you're just going to
you're
lose
wasting
those.
your money.
Yes, you are.
And you're going to gain all that weight back, probably plus some.
Yes. So, and we'll do another podcast on that eventually.
Many more.
Yes. But today we're just going to talk about some basic nutrition guidelines. Now, I just want to preface this by saying I am not a registered dietitian. And I am not telling you how to eat, especially if you are someone who has a condition or a disease. You absolutely need to be working with a registered dietitian, a nutrition coach like myself. That is not our realm of experience.
Please spend the money on a registered dietitian if you have problems. That is not somewhere you need to skimp. Okay, that's my 2 cents. There it is.
This is true because they have knowledge of everything, medications and how your body works and your disease state, and that is where you need to spend your money, is with someone who can help you through that. So as a certified nutrition coach, I am allowed to help people with healthy eating, weight loss, weight gain, sport nutrition to, if you are an athlete and you're performing and need help with that. And there are some basic guidelines that I give all of our clients pretty simply. We want to look at our plate, and on our plate, we want to have a lean protein. We want to have 1 or 2 colorful vegetables. Fruits are okay too, but we try to get a little bit more veggies in. You want to have a nutrient-dense carbohydrate.
Eat your carbs,
Eat
people.
the carbs.
Just do it.
And it's okay to eat potatoes and rice and pasta.
Yes.
And then the last little aspect of that needs to be a heart-healthy fat.
Healthy fat.
So Heather and I are going to give you some examples of some of our favorite dishes that we make. And let me just tell y'all, nobody taught me how to cook. I know I'm from the South, and I should know this, but I really was not taught how to cook. So most of everything that I do is just kind of thrown together, very simple and easy. Yes, I can follow a recipe, and I sometimes, will pick out some really delicious recipes to try. But most of the time, I just keep it simple. And this is how I look at my plate and how I put it together. So I'm going to let Heather go first. Tell us about some of your favorite healthy dishes you make at home.
So my healthy dish. So it's funny. I am very much a simpleton, and I am a meat and potatoes gal. I was born and partly raised in the Midwest and the South, so I like my meat and I like my potatoes. Somebody said the other day that I would not make a very good vegan. That is going to be a whole nother story because I like meat and potatoes. So my favorite healthy go-to meal that is quick, so I can make it when I get home, even if everything is still frozen, right? I do grilled chicken, spritz, or just put a little bit of olive oil on it, and that's going to give me my heart healthy fat. I grill the chicken. If you don't have time to grill veggies, pop a bag of those frozen ones that you get at Publix or the other supermarkets into the microwave for 5 minutes. They are just as good.
Yep.
And yes, I will do a potato. I will sometimes grill the potato or bake the potato. Sometimes I'll slap it in the air fryer. It just depends on what's going on. But I like a potato, and I'm not a sweet potato person. I'm very funny when it comes to food. So this has been a very interesting journey for me. But I'll tell you, it is the one thing that has helped me the most is changing my diet.
Yes.
Because, I grew up learning how to cook fried chicken and fried potatoes and fried this and fried that, and we had bread of some kind. And I'm a bread person and I still will eat bread. It is not bad for you. None of this is bad for you as long as you don't eat it all the time at every meal.
Yes.
You've got to. So those are my favorite ones, the grilled chicken, veggies, and potato. I'm not even a person that needs to slap butter on anything or cheese, but of course you could doctor it up. You can use spices. What's that? Everything but bagels.
Everything but the bagel spice.
Seasoning. Yes. So you can put some of that on it. So eating healthy does not have to taste blah. If it did, I wouldn't do it. So there is my little healthy go-to meal that I know that I can whip up within like 30 minutes if I need to.
Yeah. And do you remember that we met for nutrition in the beginning when you first started running?
Yes.
And you were bonking in your runs?
Yes.
And you came to see me and
yes.
we went over what you needed to eat. I remember that day too.
Yes, exactly. So do I. And it's very funny because I am the type of personality that I know that if it's not something that is going to come easy for me, then I won't do it.
Right.
And I do believe that I told you at that point that I'm not really interested in losing weight.
Yes.
I would like to work on not being able to run better, but I wasn't looking to lose weight.
Yep.
And then fast forward through a whole bunch of other things. That's, I've lost probably 30 pounds since that point to today.
Yeah.
But I knew that if I came to her and said, okay, tell me what to do to lose weight, that I wasn't in a position or in a mindset to be able to make those changes. I needed to be able to figure that out for myself and figure it out what works for me. And a lot of people, they need that structure. So it's different for everybody. So don't think that you can subscribe to these diets and they're going to work for you, because you are not somebody else. You are not the 100 other people that they have chosen for this. Everybody's going to have different results. And again, if it's not something that you think that you will continue to do past your whatever it is you're trying to lose weight for, the anniversary or the wedding or the trip to Hawaii or whatever, if you're not going to continue to eat this way, then don't start something, because it's just going to end up being frustrating when you're done and you stop eating however it is you're supposed to be and you've started back to the way you were eating before. It's all mine. So that's my little soapbox. I'm done. I went way past the whole grilled veggies.
It has to be a lifestyle change.
It does.
And it has been for you.
Yes.
You have absolutely changed.
Yes.
Myself as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up, we ate a lot of fast food. We ate out a lot. And still in my parents' home, they still have a lot of junk food. There's just a lot of things that I don't buy and put in the house.
Right.
And when I go to see them, I'm always like, oh my gosh, there's so much junk food here. And we don't have that at my house. And listen, I love that food too. Okay, don't get me wrong. Okay, I love some Chick-fil-A, some Chick-fil-A, as my nephew would say, Chick-fil-A. But I make much better choices the majority of the time. And my quick stuff, I mean, I have all kinds of ideas, of course. I carry a little cooler with me. I always have a little cooler with my food in there. Because one thing I know about myself is if I don't eat every couple of hours and I allow myself to get hungry, I call it filling the hole. It's just like, just give me anything and I'm going to fill the hole with this. I don't care what it tastes like or what it does for my body. So I've just learned to prep ahead of time, and it's taken me a long time to get here. This is not something that happens overnight, all right? But some of the things that I do, one of my favorite meals to make, and I got this on a recipe when I was looking for recipes for my clients, it's called egg roll in a bowl. And it's nothing that Heather would eat.
And nothing at all.
I'm like, she's saying, and I'm thinking she would not eat this. Okay.
Uplifting.
It's all good, I know. So we eat very differently.
You will see throughout our little podcast here that we are the yin and the yang, and we just bring each other up in different areas. So yeah,
this is true.
This is one of our different areas.
That's right. And we just learn to live with it.
Yes.
So egg roll in a bowl has all of those aspects. It's got ground turkey breast, and it has a ton of veggies in it. So there's onions chopped up. You can use cabbage. I just use the coleslaw package that's already shredded up. Yeah, because I ain't got time for that. So I dump that in there. The heart healthy fat, you use some sesame oil as you're cooking. Now, I love the flavor of sesame oil. So you get everything in that. And then I put it on top of rice.
Well,
so I've got a little bit of the carbohydrates in there.
Carbohydrates will fill you up.
Another thing that I like to do, I have an Instapot.
Oh, yeah.
And I cook the chicken and quinoa together. So I just put that in the Instapot and season it up. I have all different kind of seasonings that I use. And then I cook some type of veggie. So I'm definitely the microwave veggie girl.
Yes.
I will do that.
Yes.
I like vegetables. Pretty much I like them plain. I like them steamed. Roasted vegetables to me taste the best.
Yes.
So if I have time,
right,
I will do that. But if not, I'll just throw it in the microwave. And I just mix all that together and then put some avocado on top as the heart healthy fat. So see, I've got my quinoa, which is the nutrient dense carbohydrate. I've got the chicken, which is the lean protein, the vegetables, whatever I cook, I try to get colorful veggies, and then the avocado is the fat.
Yay.
So very simple, nothing major to try to put together. I don't spend a whole lot of time in the kitchen most of the time.
Me neither.
And I just don't have to. Now, I am lucky in the fact that I don't have children, so I don't have to cook for kids.
Yes.
And my husband pretty much cooks on his own. He can't eat what I can eat. We have to eat totally different. Yes. So even if I cook for him, it's something totally different than what I cook.
Yes. Thankfully, my husband likes the same kind of food.
So that's good.
It is good. Yes, it does help. But I do understand that there are lots of people that don't have that at home.
Yeah.
They have to make, so then you just have to make concession, and you just either meal prep on Sunday for the week or whatever, or you figure out how to make it work. If there is a will, there is a way for everything. So, and then that's where excuses are born.
Right? I know. And when it comes to eating for our health, I want you to forget all of the things that you've learned from diet culture.
Yes.
And I want you to just focus on these aspects and thinking about eating. And again, Heather alluded to this, that it's a little bit different for everyone. But one thing that I can tell you is you need to be eating throughout the day, whether you are a 3-meal-a-day person or a 6-meal-a-day person. I personally like to eat about every 3 hours.
Yeah, same
so
here.
I eat small little meals. And, Heather and I both get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. We walk before we go to clients and work before clients. So usually she and I are eating a second meal by about 8 o'clock.
I'm like, I've already eaten twice by the time this class started.
That's right. And we have to fuel our bodies. And you do too. No matter, you may not be getting up and working out in the morning, but you're getting up and getting moving, and your body needs that fuel. You break the fast, have your breakfast, eat something that's going to get you started.
Yes.
And I think that we've adopted either skipping breakfast because we are too busy. We don't make the time to get it together in the morning, or we eat these tiny little breakfasts. Like you get just this tiny little thing of yogurt and you eat that. I used to do it too. And then you go about your day, and that's not quite enough. And one of the little tips, if you are someone who maybe is interested in trying to lose weight, is to front load your day where you're eating a bigger breakfast
at the beginning.
Yes. And then throughout the day, kind of tapering it down a little bit. But that will serve you energy wise throughout
Yes.
your day a little bit better.
And then something else that I'm sure we will delve into a little bit later down the road, but if you are eating to get yourself through the day, if you are eating healthy food, the weight will come off.
Yeah.
So if you just change your focus from dieting or weight loss to healthy nutritional eating, the weight part will happen whether you're, that's your intention or not.
Right.
But if you change the way that you're consuming food and the types of food that you're consuming and you're enjoying it, then the whole quote unquote diet part will happen without you even making an effort. So
Right.
that's where when I say it's easy, a lot of people are like, oh, them diets ain't easy because I can't eat this, can't eat that, can't eat this. Stop focusing on what you can't eat and focus on the stuff that you enjoy that you can eat.
Right.
And you can even enjoy those things that are not so good for you, like the chocolate. I like chocolate.
Me
I
too.
mean, so I will have a piece of cake or I will have a cupcake or, I'm not going to say no, because then if I tell myself no, then what are you going to do? You're going to think about it,
Yes,
right? So
over
if
and
you
over.
set yourself up to be able to eat those things and you're eating healthy, then you can enjoy those moments where
Right.
you can get the little special treat or whatever. So the whole mindset, again, like we've talked about before, if you're eating this way all of the time and just focusing on getting that lean protein and those vegetables and the good carbs and the good fat, everything else will just fall into place.
It does. And focusing on your quality of
Yes.
food.
Yes.
Food quality. And I don't mean organic or not organic.
Right.
Don't
No.
take it
Yes.
as that. What I mean is you're thinking, oh, I'm eating better foods.
Right.
That's what matters.
Yes.
And especially if you are aging, if you're over
yeah.
40, over 50, over 60, if you are a female who is perimenopausal or menopausal, you absolutely have to increase the quality of your food.
Absolutely.
So I'm talking about more fruits and vegetables, getting those lean proteins in, your nutrient dense carbohydrates, heart healthy fats, all of that is important. And don't get so wound up on processed, okay?
Oh,
Let me just say this to you really quickly, because as I'm
Yes.
saying quality of food,
Yes.
you in your mind might be saying, is she talking about processed foods?
Right.
Now, here's something. I work with tons of people on nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
and I see so many people get wrapped up in the minors instead of
Yes.
focusing on the majors.
Yes, and then it comes cumbersome, and then they
Yes.
don't want to do it because it's too much to think
I
about.
can't eat this
Yes.
because it's got carrageenan in it.
Right,
I can't
yes.
eat this because it's got fake sweetener in it. I can't eat this because it's packaged.
Right.
Newsflash, y'all. Most of our food that we eat is processed.
Yes.
Okay, your chicken.
Right?
You did not bring that
it didn't
chicken's
come out
neck.
from the backyard. Well, it may. There may be people out there who actually do this, but for the majority, of
majority,
you,
no.
it's coming from the package.
Yes, so it's been
even if
processed.
it says organic on it, it's been processed.
Yes. So don't get so wound up about that. That's another diet culture thing that I'm
Oh,
seeing.
yes.
And I more want you to focus on, if you know you're not eating enough fruits and vegetables, I don't care what you eat, whether you grow it, it's organic, or it is frozen. Who cares?
Yes.
Just eat more fruits and vegetables. And don't be so concerned about all of the minor details yet, especially when you're trying to make a change to better your
Yes.
health.
Yes.
So keep
Start
that in
slow,
mind.
start simple, and
Yes.
it will all just fall into place. And then you can concentrate on the more in tune stuff later on.
Yes, but get the big rocks
Yes.
moving first.
Yes.
Let's do that. So hopefully this helps you and gives you a little idea of some things that you can start to make some changes if you
Yes.
are looking to do that in your life. And we'll put some things down in the show notes, just some ideas for you
absolutely.
in case you would like to take a look. And I hope that you're having a great day. And guess what? Heather and I'll be back again.
Don't forget to follow and subscribe. Bye, y'all.
Bye.